guess who is back? Mystic Mike with the very lovely Queen Nita, who I haven't seen in years. Queen, where have you been?
I've been around, busy here and there.
I hear you were a student, now a graduate.
Yes.
What is your certification in?
Medical laboratory science.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yes.
You want to be diagnosing bacteria, viruses, and all that?
Something like that.
I see. All right. Folks, a warm welcome to you again on the Spill the Tea podcast series. And what are we looking at today? For our main course for today, we're going to look at secrets in relationship. How much information should you let out? Pros and cons. But before we get to the main course, we're going to tackle a few appetizers that caught our fancy, via social media and what have you. Nita, are you ready for us to delve into them?
Most definitely.
You do know TGMA, the Telesa Ghana Music Awards happened.
Yes.
And that's one of our biggest music events on the calendar. Stowboy, of course, was the big winner on the night. Out of 11 nominations, he won 7. King Promise, out of 7 nominations, won 5. There were wins for others as well. Ambrado, Kwesi Ambewuga, and a few of the guys. So what was your impression with the dressing, with everything, the 25th edition of the TGMA?
For me, I think that for 25 years that the Ghana Music Awards has come. The journey where it began, where it started from, and where it has reached now. And for me, having had known some of the people that were involved in organizing the GMAs in terms of being staff of Charterhouse and stuff like that. Personally, some being acquaintances and friends, I know how much work they put into it, but I think that complacency has set in, because 25 years in human form, by now, if it was a human being,
he's past teenager.
Most likely,
he's a young adult now.
Yes, so most likely would have finished tertiary working,
started work,
and
maybe even left home to set up himself.
Exactly. And if it's a lady and started quite early, probably would be married with
some love to marry very early.
Exactly. So for 25 years of GMAs and us witnessing what we witnessed, I think there's so much left to be desired for. When you even look at the efforts that Nigeria industry puts into their shows, you get it.
We don't often like that comparison with Nigeria.
But you see, let us be honest with ourselves. I always say this. Let us be honest with ourselves. There are only 3 entertainment industries in Africa.
On the continent.
Yes, on the continent, right? South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. All right. Every other country.
Not even Kenya?
No.
Or maybe a 4th. No. Kenya might come in 4th. No. You even give them 4th.
No. Quite honestly, when it comes to arts and crafts, when it comes to commercial entertainment, it's only 3 industries in Africa. South Africa, Nigeria, and then Ghana. And I'm saying it in that order because let's even take Medical's show at O2. Look at the level of preparation, stagecraft, and all that was put in at O2 compared to a whole GMA. I mean, Medical's setup was, and the effort that went into putting that show together, I mean, it's top notch as compared to GMA.
It could have been much better.
Absolutely, because there's this I think Ghanaian artist, I've forgotten his name.
Amare. Is it a woman who brought her crew?
It's a guy, rather.
Oh, it's a guy, okay.
Yes, who brought his crew.
No, the woman actually, Amma brought her crew. She even made a post about it.
Okay, that so she had, lady,
yeah, rather. She had imported her sound.
I thought
she's a woman, Amma.
Okay.
So she has one of the highest Spotify listenership from Ghana.
Yes.
And she has access to the US, you know. And so, she tried to really give a performance, but
exactly. Yeah. And I find it very disheartening.
And then the Diffie lady, Team Eternity, they also had to issue a statement that they were very, sorry they couldn't perform on the night because of circumstances beyond their control. They didn't want to go into it. But just as Amma has spent about $30,000 to transport the team, Team Eternity, Diffie, the gospel group also said circumstances meant that they had to just let it go.
And for me, I do not dispute the concerns they talked about because when you look at the show and how the performances went, you can tell that no effort was put in it at all from the organizers to get the artists performing prepared for their performances. Because you look at King Promise's performance, you look at the choir that performed what's his name, I think Kode's song or something like that, okay, and some other artists, you realize that for some, because they had experience on their side,
they were able to maneuver.
So they were able to maneuver. But for those that really needed to
have that
to stay in queue, they seemed to have flopped. So that should tell you that indeed the word that was put out there that the organizers did not put in any effort at all whatsoever to organize or to make sure that artist rehearsal and dress rehearsal and venue rehearsal and all the instrumental rehearsal and DJ rehearsal and all those things, they put in no effort at all.
But what could be the reason for this? Surely they couldn't have just appeared on stage and performed. There would have been rehearsals. There would have been practice with the director on coordination, on the list. Who comes after who comes before who. So why was the chaos on the night?
You see, one thing I've come to understand is that production is a bit much more complicated than what we see or what.
And the event organizer was still Charterhouse, who has handled it for the 25 years.
Yes, but you see,
but there's a new executive producer, so to say, in town. No more Vodafone, now Telecel. So the leadership of Telecel, could they have had an impact?
That's not an excuse because Telecel or Vodafone is just a sponsor.
But they would have input. Oh, we don't want this. We want this like this, and then the executioner will take it out.
You see, the live broadcast was done by TV3. Do you get it? Now, the event coordination and everything, the preparation, the setup, and all those things would be done by Charterhouse. And because Charterhouse is an events production company, I'm sure they have the logistics and all those things. Okay, so it means that there has been a disconnect
somewhere
between the production team of Charterhouse and the production team of TV3. You get me? Because if there was no disconnect,
should have flowed.
There should be some fluidity. That there's some seamless, synchronization of what is
going on.
Exactly. I also think that when it comes to the onstage activities or the onstage production, that would be Charterhouse's problem. So mic going off. Music not queuing properly, musicians or artists not being able to synchronize with the queue that has been
control room. Who is handling control room?
So, like I said, you see, that you should see that you should know that there are two production teams
on the ground.
On the ground, you have Charterhouse, who are the event organizers, whose production team are the ones in charge of the synchronization of the activities that are going on.
Okay.
And then you have TV3, whose production sees to it that there is the live broadcast or televised
consumed by the public.
Exactly. So when you ask who is in charge of the control room, which of the control rooms are you talking about? Are you talking about the MCR of TV3 or you are talking of the MCR of Charterhouse?
All right.
Do you understand?
So these are the things we need to know.
So exactly. I mean, there are so many questions, and we also have to know that what was the schedule? What was the rehearsal schedule? What was the time frame? So it's not just sitting down and criticizing.
There's so much to digest.
Yes, we need to find out whose job wasn't done, who didn't do their job well, who was laid back on lackadaisical, whose decisions impeded some other person. Exactly.
How about the Krisato, Nashoko, Mensa Doku, the pairing? Krisato has been away for many years, has been overseas. He's hosted this quite a couple of times, and I should say successfully in the past. But his addition this year, how many people were not enthused? Many people felt there was no need bringing him all the way, paying his play fare, his everything. He added nothing to the show. What do you reckon?
Okay, so you see, let me put it this way. Krisato was nurtured, or his career was nurtured in Ghana. At the peak of his career in Ghana, he was a household name. Then he left the scene when the applaud was loudest to further pursue his career in Nollywood through multi-choice. Okay. And then from multi-choice...
and I must add, he even married a Nigerian woman.
And now we are told that he's furthers his career into Hollywood. Do you get it?
Okay.
And so he's even in the States and not close home, our neighbors, Nigeria. Chris could have come as a guest of honor or something, but for him to come as a presenter, right? I think it was a bad decision because he's been detached from his roots. He's not in the spotlight in Ghana anymore.
So you would say it was too soon, giving him that big stage to host. He might have come to acclimatize before all of this.
I mean, how many productions has he been in Ghana lately? Then? Exactly.
All right. So for those who are not in the known, Kid Promise won Terminator. Won with Terminator, the Telecel Most Popular Song of the Year. And then Eugene Zuta received the Music for Good Award. These are sponsored by Telecel, the head sponsor. So it comes with some cash prize, at least for the Music for Good Award. Those who undertake developmental or humanitarian projects, as it were. So on the night, it seems the Telecel or TGMA acknowledged some of our earlier stars who blazed the trail with performances by T-Blaze, Miss Bell, Ochami Kwame, Aketechie, and Reggie Rockstone. So they gave them shout out. The scheme started in 1999, and so that's why we say it is in its 25th year. Legendary high life artist Abranti Amachidede received the Lifetime Achievement Award, and some of the newer arts performed a tribute. Gave a tribute performance to him. Kwabna, Akwabua, Eno Baroni, Episode, and Famille all performed amazing renditions of Amachi Dede's hit song. So that's for the Telecel Music Awards. We'll wrap it up there and we'll move straight to other issues, other appetizers on the plate before we get to our main course. Our birthday wish list, as it were, birthday wish list. The last time, Asantue's birthday wish list, divided opinion with the content on the wish list. But this time around, our own Dickness Abokuma, who partners with Segua in their rendition of Seamstress. Their content or their skit is very much loved by the people. And Dickness Abokuma says on the 11th June, that is his birthday, and he wishes to have iPhone for content creation from iPhone 12 to 13 ongoing. MTN Momo is here with his name, Ebenezer Atta, so that he can show some love and pour some something in. Home appliances, fridge, 45 to 55 inch TV, burner, etc. He also wants a mattress or curtains or anything you can show love with, and then special gifts from your heart. Just show him some love. And he also wants a cake or a special holiday treat. So, Nita, what do you make of it? This is a very down-to-earth list compared to Asantue's high-flying list. So, what do you make of birthday wish lists that people put out on social media with their bank account numbers, with their Momo numbers, and then the items they wish people can show them love with? What do you make of that?
Okay, so let me be very honest. I'm not a patron of TikTok. Okay. So I really don't know the dynamics of the community of TikTok. However, in a few engagements that I've come across, right, it seems that the content creators of TikTok supposedly earn their income
through from. So when you do a live TikTok, watchers or viewers can donate flowers, chocolates, whatever. But whatever they are donating is money. Yeah. So at the end of your life, you can gather the $20, $50, $100, and it's money. It can amount to anything, and then that's your money.
And TikTok pays.
So
TikTok then converts whatever
flowers, everything.
Reactions that have been sent to you. It converts it into money. Yeah. And then you withdraw it. Okay, all right. You see, let me ask a question. If, as a content creator, you're saying that this is your birthday wish, you want this, you want that, is it your bucket list? Because I don't understand the concept.
The thinking behind it.
Yeah, I don't seem to get the concept or what exactly the intention is.
Just as they do live TikTok videos and people give them gifts. So the birthday wish is for other platforms as well. So on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, when you see it, you can, I want iPhone 12 or 13 for content creation so that my videos will be more clear. There'll be clarity. I want a mattress. I want cushions. So that we love Segwa, we love Dickness. He brings us joy. He dresses like a woman, wears a scarf. And, they are portrayals of everyday Ghanaian life. They bring us so much joy. Why can't I, support it? So that's the thinking behind it.
Okay, so the wish list is more or less like soliciting the gift of what their desires are from their fans and their followers, and it is not actually a bucket list of what their desires are and they are looking forward.
It's not their lifetime. No, it's just that it's my birthday. Just as you tell friends, hey, it's my birthday, show love. It's just that.
Okay, so if everybody is having how do they call it?
Birthday wish
list. Then let me go ahead and make my wish list.
Of course you can.
Okay, so my birthday is just around the corner. And my wish list is that I don't have a phone. So anybody who would be kind to get me a Xiaomi Mine 12 Pro.
All right.
I would appreciate it.
What's your Momo line?
My Momo line. Thank you very much.
All right, let's
055 38 00053.
What name is
on it?
And the
name is Juanita. It's spelled Juanita. So Juanita Erama, spelled EWURAMA. Kuchienyo, spelled KUTSIENYO. Me, that's my wish list.
All right. So you heard it. Juanita has her birthday wish list as well. Now, there was this woman who had been speaking to a guy abroad for some time, and then the guy visited Ghana eventually, and then invited her for dinner. Now they go to the dinner. He meets the guy. He's everything: the structure, the physique, the flow, the vibe. This is the dream man she's been wanting. Now, after eating, the guy says, "Pay your part." I pay my part. The girl is so shocked. And if she hadn't had money on her Momo account, there would have been serious trouble, because then where am I going to pay this meal from? You invited me out for this meal. I didn't choose this venue or this level of, sophistication. And when she left, she paid through the mobile money. She left, she blocked the guy. She says she blocked the guy on every platform they were communicating. She was very furious that how could he? What do you make of this, Nita?
Okay, so for me, as a term of principle, I don't go out on a date if I don't have verse money. Okay. Verse money basically means that if I don't have money to take care of my transportation to and from the venue, and extra money that I know that can afford what my desires might be, right? I don't go out on a
So
date.
if you're invited and you don't have the means...
If I don't have the means...
So what would you tell the
you
person?
See, if it is... Okay, so for instance, you and I have known each other for a very long time. Our able executive producer, so we are family.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, so you can open up.
So if you, Mike, say that, Queen, I'm taking you out for lunch. Whether I have one peso or not, I don't care.
Okay.
Because I tell you that, Mike, I don't have money.
Sure, okay.
You are paying for the transport.
Okay.
You get it.
All right.
Because I have
we
that
have that
relationship.
as well.
As for executive producer, as for him, I don't even bother. He has to.
He will send the money before.
But he will pick me from the house and even order you get, because him there, me I'll give him wahala if he doesn't.
But was the woman? But
I'm saying that
did she act too erratically?
No, so that's what I'm coming there. That if it is a first date, a stranger. You are now knowing the person, knowing me. I'll go with my verse. If I don't have my verse money, basically, I have my transport in and out to the venue, and also some enough to buy a mineral water and maybe a snack. If not the main meal, you get it. Fine. So that I know that under any circumstances, I'm able to take care of myself. Okay. However, I find it very uncouth. I find it very uncouth for a man to ask a woman out on a date. You get it? And ask the woman to Dutch when you are the one who is asking. Quite frankly, even if a woman asks a man out on a date, right? The gentlemanly thing to do is for the man to offer to pay
the meal for
the meal or whatever the expenditure is. Then in the offerings, the woman will say, "Oh, I am
brought you,
yes, it's my date, so
I'm paying."
The intention is to spoil you. You get it. However, the gentlemanly thing to do is for the man to pay for the bill and not go Dutch. But I don't blame the man too. And I know people will get my head. For this. You see this feminism thing? Okay, that is where we are coming to.
So you go and put it on the neck of feminism, huh? That's what you put it, because you say you are equal. If you are equal, then you should be able to pay for the meal you've consumed, even though you were invited by the meal.
You see, you cannot be seeking. You see, you are seeking for equality, not equity. You understand?
Okay.
You cannot be seeking to be equal to someone. You get what I'm saying?
And want the privileges.
And still want the privileges that comes with roles, that comes with your gender.
Very well noted, folks.
You get me?
Very well noted. So we've had our appetizer when we are set for our main course, and that is secrets in relationship. How much information should you let out? The pros and cons. So, folks, Queen Nita, folks, remember to follow us on our social media handles, Spill the Tea podcast series on Twitter. Like, share, subscribe, and then let's keep the conversation going on Spotify as well. So, Queen, how open are you in a relationship? Are you an open book? Are you a closed book? What do you divulge? What do you keep to yourself? And if you were to divulge, you were to open up, on what account do you open up?
Everybody is different. All vibes are not the same. there are certain, if let's say that, for instance, maybe I dated Kofi. At the talking stage of knowing me, the kind of conversation I had with Kofi is based on the vibe that we have, right?
Yeah.
And then the relationship didn't work, and I met Kwame at the talking stage. Okay. There are certain information that Kwame, I will divulge to Kwame. Kofi may never have an idea about them because it depends on the vibe I have with Kwame. And there are certain conversations I had with Kofi, I will never divulge them to Kwame.
So beyond vibe, does educational level come in? Is it because this guy processes information better? Is it that this person does not refer to information or conversations had, plus another will quickly refer you? Say if you were a woman of the night back in the day, you know, through conversation, you want to be open, you want to be straightforward and say, hey, I used to be a woman of the night, now I'm no longer. And maybe you spill this to Kofi, but whenever there's an argument, there's anger, he refers you to that. Would that now make you guarded in your next relationship and that you open that chapter to Kwabna?
Sweetheart, you see, let me put it this way. When I say vibe, I'm looking at the median wavelength in terms of common orientation or yes, that's we share in terms of thoughts. Okay, in terms of thought process. Excuse me, Alam, some people are just complete idiots. You get
no matter the age.
They're just complete idiots. So you just have to communicate with them at their level. And leave it at that. There are people there are others that are quite open-minded and intelligent, and so there's a certain kind of conversation you have with them.
Okay,
you get me. There are certain people too that they don't even have to look. They may know you for who you are, okay. However, they are puppets. You get me? Their strings get pulled by friends, by family, by the board members. If I say board members, you know, and
social
all that.
Media.
How do they call it? The community elders, you know, and you understand. So basically, these are people that react based on or make their decisions based on gossips or what
voices from other parties.
Exactly, other than
they themselves.
The experience they have with their partner. And so if being with their partner, their life has progressed being with their partner, they'll self-sabotage and destroy it because their board of members say they don't like the partner.
This brings to mind the woman who was ill and then the partner bathed her, washed her panties, washed everything, and she secretly took a photo of the guy washing her panties and had the guts to put it on social media.
I mean, it's not.
And the guy left. The guy says, "I can't deal with this idiocy. This idiocy is too much. I can't deal with it."
Because you see,
and now she's crying.
She's a fool.
People should beg the man.
For me. If he was my friend, I'm not even talking about relative or whatever. Crazy. I'm just saying, if even the guy was my friend, I would tell him that dog. See that one dog here, because you see, there are some things that are so private that it ought to be
to stay private,
cherished. I'll tell you, there are people that I am acquainted to, okay, and I've had private moments with them. When I say not like intimacy, but private moment in the sense that I go out for lunch, I can go to their offices and see them randomly without booking an appointment
you have that
or whatever. I have complete access to them. You get it. I pick up a phone, I check on them, and maybe we plan to meet or randomly.
Yeah.
They would call and say, "Oh, I'm a so and so, please.
Can you come over?
Can you come over?" You get me. I don't take my phone to snap pictures.
Yeah, the moments you share. Yeah.
You understand, because I have so much access to the person,
and sometimes
it is not,
these people you would have paid to even get that close to them,
and it's not superficial.
Yeah.
If the person can call me randomly and say, "Oh, where are you? I came to your hood. Where are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm home." "Okay, can you come over? Let's have a meal or something." It's not now that I'm going again. Okay, because these are people that when I'm with them, I am actually with them with their inner circles.
So that's the
this is not event or so. No,
that's
is
coded sessions.
This is like inner circle. As in when they close from work, the people they sit with and have a beer with, and you understand. Why you it's not like we're at a function and sometimes some of them at public functions, I go as their plus one.
Okay.
They, they invite me and I go as their
keep them
plus
company.
one. You understand? And I don't go snapping pictures.
But what are the pros? What are the advantages of someone being in a union and you keeping it open, very transparent, open book with them? He is open book to you. You are open book to them. What are the gains? What are the positives of such a relationship?
Charlie, if you are in this world and you don't have a secret, even Jesus had a secret.
What was that?
I don't know. That's why it's a secret.
So you don't see any positives in being a totally open book?
I am an open book. That doesn't mean I don't have secrets.
Okay. So you can.
There are things that no matter what you do, I will not tell you.
Okay.
Do you understand? Not even my therapist. No matter what, not even my therapist. I'll not tell my therapist. Be it traumatic, whatever.
You take it to the grave?
I'll take it to my grave.
Okay. All right. So how much information should you let out? So you will let out some and you will keep some?
I would say, let me put it this way. Know your partner.
Okay.
If you have if you are with a partner that you have a good conversational, open rapport with,
it flows.
do you understand? I think who is not an idiot?
Okay.
Right.
So first of all, you must vet.
Open-minded.
You must vet that partner. You must do your vetting to be assured that this person can handle such sensitive information before you start revealing it.
Look, I like milk company. I really do like milk company in terms of socialization. Okay. And since my childhood, and there are those that have that notion about me that I'm promiscuous simply because
they often see you in the company of males.
Yes. Okay. My ex-husband was one who never accepted that my social circle was predominantly male.
He always thought there was more to it.
Yeah. And my ex-boyfriend, after my divorce, he didn't even want me to be in female company.
Oh, he preferred the male.
No. I think,
both sides.
Yes.
Okay.
you understand.
Whoa.
You get it.
He didn't trust any.
The point is, he just didn't, like he wanted me completely isolated. Do you understand? And then after that, the last one I was in, for him, he said that of all the things in this world, if anyone comes to tell, like if someone gossips to him that I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that, he will not dispute it. But the only two things that he will dispute, that I'm promiscuous and I'm a thief. Okay. Those two things, there is nothing in this world anybody will say that will change his mind about it. Because he knows that when he met me, I was single and it took a while for us to be intimate. And when we even got intimate, for him, he was even surprised. So he had to ask me my age 3 times to be sure if I'm actually my age. And every now and I didn't know why
he was asking.
Yes. So every now and then he would tease me and say, hey, so if not because of me, you still be gnashing. And I laugh over it until we're having a conversation. And when he said that those are the two things that no matter what, he will never be convinced that I did. And I'm like, but why would you be convinced? Like, why do you think I'm not promiscuous? That was when he was having the conversation.
He referred you to how tight it was. All right.
Stop being naughty.
All right.
But that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that he referred me to like certain incidents.
Okay.
Yes. And then he said to me that of all the women he's ever been with, he knows that as for me, no matter what, I will never cheat on him. Okay. If I cheat on him, then it means I'm no longer with him. Okay. If I cheat on him, then it means I am not with him.
Okay.
And me not being with him means that I am not cheating on him.
Okay, so you are free.
So it means so he said that if I'm intimate with somebody else,
you're a free bird.
Then it means that him and I are no longer together. You get it? I'm giving you this examples, these 3 scenarios for you to see that everybody is different. So you do you know what to say with who and what not to say with who. But shall I keep something?
Secrets in the relationship. Secrets in the relationship. How much information should you let out? So what I would say on this is, first of all, you know yourself. You know the things you've done. You know those that are illegal. You know those
illegal?
You know those that are unlawful.
Which is illegal?
No, I'm just saying.
But you're an adult.
The various individuals, you know the things you do that can land you in trouble.
As long as you've not stolen.
So
as long as you've not stolen, and you've not it's not theft, it's not murder. You get it. And what else?
Yeah,
it's not theft,
I'm
it's
coming
not
to
murder,
that.
it's not assault.
So
what is illegal? You're an adult, so you should be responsible
as an individual. You know the things,
and it's not rape
that will not shine light on you. It isn't now that you claim you had fallen in love that you go revealing secrets that potentially, when that partner is angry with you, can cause your arrest, can cause your deportation, can cause your incarceration. You must love, but love with your brains, because these are the realities of people. People have fallen in love, revealed things about themselves. It's led to their deportation. It's led to their incarceration. It's led to even their detention and what have you. So you know the things you've done. If you've not been captured, you keep them to yourself. And there are certain things that are just embarrassing. If you used to wet the bed for so long, for many, many years, and you finally found a cure, you keep these things to yourself. These things should stay in the family. Should stay with your parents, your siblings. You don't go telling your newfound lover, oh, my kweku, me junso krobo, na me junso gumpaso, yay, me first two relationship na junso krobo yao, and then I say, na ya boy me ama me draw you. You don't say these things.
I agree with you, because you see, I always say that sometimes we tend to want to be too honest to our own detriment, and I think I've been a victim of that
sometimes
of myself. Yeah. I've been my own victim for being too honest and being too much of an open book. And so, like I said again, depending on whoever the person is and from the vibe, there are things I'll tell you, there are things I'll not tell you. However, there are some things, dear Charlie, regardless of who you are. I said even my therapist.
No, I'm saying to the grave.
To the grave.
Yeah.
You get it.
And I think we need, just as in business, there's evaluation, there's an audit in business circles, in political circles. There's an audit. There's an audit of your tenure every 4 years at the polls. In relationships, we must also take stock and do auditing. And I think you can begin by assessing the person, by revealing certain things one at a time. And then you pause and observe that if there's a confrontation, when there's a confrontation, does that person hit you with that vulnerable thing you shared, that intimate thing you shared? You watch how the person comes at you, because those are ammunitions that an opponent can use, even though they are a partner. When the scales are turned and there's anger, there's how do you call it? Hot temper. You watch. Is the person still able to keep away from using that ammunition that they can use against you? Or is it the first option, the first move they make, that they use that against you? They pick it against you and say, who are you? Who do you think you are? Who are you talking to? Who is the one talking? You that you were this? You that you were this? Then you know, right there, you should know that this is not the person to continue, revealing stuff to, because clearly they are just hoarding it and waiting or at an opportune time to use it against you, and they won't care if it was a compound house. They're going to lay it on you in the compound house, and your reputation is going to take a hit, especially if it's something very embarrassing, something very unsavory. Nobody wants these things out there in the public, so watch it one at a time. If you reveal something at a time, you watch months, weeks, days, even years. See what use they put this thing to. It is only when you are assured and you are guarded that upon different confrontations, upon very stressful encounters, this person never for once used this thing against me, then you know, then there's something there. What do you make of it, Nita?
Look, I keep saying that people are idiots. So you deal with idiots just as they are. So yes, you've shared your
vulnerable moments,
and so it's past, it's gone. It was good whilst it lasted at that time, right?
All right, folks, that's Queen Nita, as only she could have rendered it. It's been another beautiful edition of Spill the Tea podcast series, right here with my good self, Mystic Mike, and of course, the Queen. It's been a pleasure. Until our paths meet again, it's Tatai for now.